Welcome to Got the Morbs, an oddcast with Beth.
And Aaron.
And Ken.
Ken is here as well.
I'm here as well.
Aaron's got a case for us today that she says is a doozy.
I always say that. I'm trying to think of a different word, though.
Is this doozier than last time?
You be the judge. I will let you. Stop trying to read it upside down.
I'm not.
It's a surprise.
I can't read it upside down. I can't see what it says from here.
Well, it's a secret. Today we're going to talk about a true crime case, and the guy involved is Charlie Brandt. Do you know this man?
Charlie Brandt.
Okay. Then
Is he an old country singer? Because that's what it sounds like.
Not at all. Okay, so then let's begin. This takes place, it takes place all over, but it begins in Connecticut. Carl Eric Charlie Brandt was born February 23rd, 1957. Why is Charlie the nickname for Carl?
That was one person?
Yeah. Carl Eric Charlie, I'm doing air quotes, Brandt. Is Charlie the nickname for Carl? I've never heard that.
No, it would be Carly.
Carly.
No, I don't know.
Why do they call him Charlie then?
I don't know.
Answer me back.
He just wanted to go by Charlie, I guess. That's why it's in,
I don't think he had
quotes.
a say, but okay, I'm just going to call him Charlie because a lot of places do. I was very confused when I was reading some of the sources and it switched to Carl, and I was like, did I click on the wrong page? Who is Carl? Because that's not how I had ever seen this case. Okay, so let's talk about Charlie Brandt. Born in Connecticut, his parents were Herbert and Isla, first-generation German immigrants. Nobody's named Herbert anymore.
No, not many.
Yes.
We got to bring it back.
So they had just come to the United States in 1955, so just 2 years before Charlie is born. He has an older sister already named Angela, and then he has two younger sisters named Melanie and Jessica. There's not a lot that is known about his early life, which makes this case really hard because when things start to go south, you can't really point at specific things in his life that may have been a trigger or a cause.
Maybe he had an identity crisis because of all his names.
That's possible. Yeah. What we do know, though, is that his family moved a lot. His father's job had him moving, and he had a hard time adjusting to all the moves because he was a quiet kid. He had a hard time adjusting to all the changes with going to different schools and having to make new friends. He was a good student, but everyone described him as shy and keeping to himself. So his parents come from Germany to Texas. 2 years later, they moved to Connecticut. That is where he's born. Then they moved to Indiana. And they do also spend a lot of time in Florida because they vacation there a lot.
They cannot make up their minds about anything. Names, states. Nothing.
So they had just come back from one of their family vacations in Florida. They were there over the Christmas holiday. January 3rd, 1971, Charlie is 13 years old. And everyone was just kind of winding down after getting back home from their vacation. His father is in the bathroom shaving, and his mother's in the bathroom soaking in the tub and reading a Time magazine. She is pregnant with her fifth child at the time. And Charlie sneaks into his father's bedroom, goes into his nightstand drawer, and he grabs his 9mm handgun.
Oh.
Mm-hmm.
He comes back into the bathroom and shoots both of his parents at point blank range.
What?
Well,
yeah.
Shit.
Charlie.
His mother and her unborn child die immediately. The father is injured. He has a shot to the abdomen, but he survives.
Oh,
that's almost worse.
He then attempts to go shoot his older sister, Angela, but the gun misfires, and he lunges at her and he tries to strangle her. And she later said that when he did this, she could see his eyes were just glossed over and he just looked like he was in a trance. She said he was not himself. She managed to break away. She runs outside in the snow over to a neighbor's house to get help. They take too long to come to the door, so she runs to the next house. And in the meantime, Charlie had followed her outside and goes to the first house. And when that person answers the door, he says, "I just shot my mom and my dad." So the police come, and Charlie claims that he doesn't remember it happening. He says, "Everything sort of just snapped in my mind. I felt like I never felt before." It was like I was sort of programmed to do it. I hesitated, but the next thing I knew, I had shot them. So he gives some weak excuses. He tries to blame it on school. And he says, oh, it's a combination of things, a lot of work, tests to make up. I had to make up my interim card. Like, what does that have to do with...
What does that mean?
What's an interim card?
I thought it was like a report card.
Oh, yeah, I guess that would make sense.
But I'm not sure why he thought this was a good excuse for why he would shoot his parents. Everyone was flabbergasted when this happened because they said that Charlie and his mom were really close and he was considered a mama's boy even. And his father was quoted as saying, I don't know why my son did this. I have no idea as to why my son did this. So he's too young to go to prison. They take him to a psychiatric hospital. He has 3 psychiatric evaluations, and there's no answers as to why he may have done this. He doesn't seem to have any disorders, nothing that could explain this. There's one psychologist, his name is Ronald Pansier, who examined Charlie, and he said to the layperson, this doesn't make sense. The guy killed his mother. She's pregnant. Shot the father. Why doesn't he have a mental illness? But he doesn't have a diagnosable mental illness. We found no psychosis, no distorted thinking. That would basically be a reason for this crime to be done.
Brain tumor.
Interesting.
Isn't it a brain tumor sometimes?
Interesting. I also heard that there's an author who's trying to write a book saying that Midwest serial killers may have grown up near air pollution that could have been a cause. They're like, why does the Midwest have so many like John Wayne Gacy and
we don't have that much
Jeffrey Dahmer?
It's the corn. It's the corn.
See, but this is where it would come in handy if you knew, like, oh, he was being abused as a child, or he had a head injury, like a traumatic brain injury, or anything. We don't really know anything about his early life. And even when my daughters were asking me to tell them about the case I was going to cover, and one of them was like, well, maybe they didn't have diagnosis for these things. I was like, they did have them back then, and they just didn't find anything wrong with him. Total mystery. Once he spends the year in the psychiatric hospital, his dad petitions for his release, and he gets sent back home. And they never speak of this. It's a family secret. What's weird to me is that they even want to be around him.
He just goes back home like nothing happened?
Yes. And
we're just going to pretend.
The father is not mad at him that he shot him.
He's grounded for a couple weeks.
The older sister is not afraid of him, even though he attempted to kill her. And what's even crazier is that they don't even tell the 2 younger daughters what happened.
Oh.
They grow up thinking that their mom died in a car accident.
Oh my God.
Why would you do that?
So even though they don't have a diagnosis, to me, something is wrong with this kid. And they just let him be around the 2 young sisters.
There's probably something wrong with his dad,
too.
And the older sister, I don't know. I mean, I would never let him around my other young children, and they don't know. That's so crazy to me. So they decide, family secret, we're not going to talk about this again. Herbert moves the whole family to Florida, and he ends up remarrying, and he takes his new wife and the younger daughters, and then they go back to Indiana. So Charlie and his older sister Angela are still in Florida staying with grandparents. And that's where he stays and begins his next chapter in his life, I guess.
His life of crime.
You're getting ahead of me. So he builds his life there in Florida. In 1984, he gets a degree in electronics and radar. He's a radar specialist for Ford Aerospace. So he's not a dumb guy. He meets and marries Teresa Terry, in quotes, Helfrich in 1986. No family is invited to the wedding, which is kind of a red flag.
Yeah.
And when he gets married, his sister Angela tells him, you need to tell your new wife what happened when we were kids. And he says, okay, I will. And he doesn't.
He's like, my mom died in a car accident.
Yeah.
I just thought you should know.
Right. So she does not find out. There were day planners that were found that were kind of like her diaries. And she would just write short little notes about like, oh, we went on a boat today and went to dinner or whatever. And in those, they found some entries where she would mention noticing weird behavior that Charlie had, like depressive episodes and weird talk, whatever that means.
This was his wife or
weird
his sister?
talk, yeah, his wife. But she doesn't seem to be too worried about this. I mean, why would she? She doesn't know anything about his past. So he's doing some weird talk. There is a case in 1989 that happens near Terry and Charlie's house where this homeless woman that was living on a dinghy, she had a dinghy and she would just...
That's a funny word.
Push it out and sleep on her boat. And she was found murdered and floating in the water near the North Pine Channel Bridge. Her name was Sherry Pershino, and she was 38 years old. And it was a brutal murder. The victim had her throat slashed nearly to the point of decapitation, and the body severely mutilated, and the heart is removed when it's found. So this body's found less than 1,000 feet from where Charlie and Terry live in their beach house. What's weird is that there's a composite sketch of a man that was seen nearby, and it matches Charlie. And on the night of that murder, he came home with blood on his clothes, and Terry asked him, "What you got there?" And he says, "I was filleting fish."
Oh.
Right. Give me that fillet of fish.
I hit a deer or something like that.
Not that filleting fish is any better.
Give me back that fillet fish.
Give me that fish.
Weird. And that might be the first time that Terry is thinking, like, that's kind of strange. She actually brings it up to her brother-in-law and tells him how he came home the night of that body being found and he's got blood on him. And she's like, September 2nd, 2004, Charlie and Terry were in the path of Hurricane Ivan in Florida. And so they decided to go stay with Terry's niece, Michelle, who lived near Orlando. She was 37 years old, Michelle Lynn Jones. She was a successful TV executive for the Golf Channel. So they end up staying with her for about 2 weeks. And when friends of Michelle can't get a hold of her, one of them goes over to her house to see if she can find her. She goes through the garage to get into Michelle's house, and that's where she sees Charlie. He's hanging from the rafters in the garage. He's already starting to decompose, and he's hanging with bed sheets with a ladder nearby. So she freaks out. She goes outside and she calls the police. When the police come, they go inside the house, and that's when they find his wife, Terry. She's laying on the couch. She has 7 stab wounds to her chest, and they find the niece, Michelle, in her bed. She is decapitated and disemboweled. Her heart is removed. Her breasts are removed. Her left leg is removed. And
just
her
left
head is laying next to her body. What'd you say?
Just the left one.
Yes.
Was he naked when he was hanging in the...
What?
I didn't see
What?
anything
Where
about
would
that.
I just imagine that he would be
picturing
naked.
Yeah.
That's actually no.
The
I
picture
wonder
that-
if he
the
was
picture that
hanging
came in
dong
my
when he
head.
died.
No, the picture.
What did you
picture
say?
that
I wonder if he was
popped in my
hanging
head.
dong when he
Hanging
died.
I thought you said.
No, I
Oh.
just imagined he was like wrapped in sheets, but he was naked. Oops.
No, actually, I know that he was not because reports were saying that he discarded his bloody clothes on the floor of Michelle's bedroom and changed into new ones. So stop picturing him naked.
I don't even know what he looks like.
I can show you. I mean, he looks pretty normal, and that's what everyone said. So this is that's a pretty intense crime scene.
Yeah. He must have really not liked
How long-
Michelle, or maybe liked her a lot.
How long does
That's
it
the
take a
theory.
body to start decomposing?
A few days.
So it had been a while. If he was
Yeah.
already decomposing. Right?
Yeah, friends were, it said her mom was in regular touch with her. They would talk almost every day. So I think maybe like 2 days had gone by without her mom talking to her, and that's when she asked her friend
Gotcha.
to come over and check on her. So due to the surgical nature of Michelle's body, when it was mutilated and dismembered, everyone that was on the scene assumed that this was not the first time that this person had done it. I should also point out there was no forced entry into the home. The fact that the ladder was right by his body led them to, yeah, he's pretty normal looking, right?
He's not naked in that picture.
No.
But it led them to to believe that he committed suicide. So, I mean, it's pretty obvious it was him.
Yeah. That would be a weird first offense for sure.
Yeah. So, the murder weapon was found to be kitchen knives that were from Michelle's house. And after this crime happened, they went and searched Charlie's house and they found some weird stuff. He had a subscription to Victoria's Secret catalogs, which was weird because his nickname for Michelle, for some reason, was Victoria's Secret. Everyone said that he never called her Michelle. He called her Victoria's Secret. There was a collection of surgery-themed books and an internet search history that included autopsy photos and snuff films.
Well, those would have been in my searches,
Exactly.
like in high school.
I was going to bring that up as well. If people saw the stuff we were researching. I mean, I have a graph of the human skeletal system hanging in my living room. If that's...
Yeah, you guys are fucked if someone near you commits a crime or something.
If you come look at our bookshelves, we're in trouble, yeah. One of the crime scene photos that I kept seeing was a poster that he had on the back of his bedroom door. And it was like a female form, and half of it was skeletal, and it just showed like the inner workings. And I don't know, that was weird to them that he had that in his bedroom, which I don't think is that weird.
I mean, that wasn't his line of work, right? He was a radar technician or something, you said?
Yeah.
So I think it's a little weird.
It's a little weird, sure, but
people have weird hobbies,
sure.
You know? And he had a Victoria's Secret, whatever.
Fetish, I guess.
Dudes have, yeah.
Well, partly because of that, investigators came to believe that Charlie may have been obsessed with his niece, seeing her as his ultimate fantasy victim. So everybody was in shock when this happened because as an adult, he was still like the quiet, reserved, shy guy. Some people thought he was eccentric, but they said that he just liked to sit back and observe everything and take it all in and was good-natured, and just there was no warning signs to those who didn't know the family secret, that is. Terry's close friend Melanie said that no one ever noticed any problems in their marriage, that they never argued. She'd never seen Charlie angry or lose his temper. And she said they used to do cute things for each other, like make each other's lunch because it always tasted better when someone else made it for you.
Oh, that's so cute.
But yeah, it seemed to come out of nowhere to everybody. Until Angela went to authorities and said, actually, there's something that you guys need to know.
There had been signs. Like
Signs.
that show. Evil Lives Here, isn't that?
Yeah. I like that show. So here's a quote from his older sister, Angela. It was January 3rd, 1971 at 9 or 10 p.m. We had just gotten a color TV. We were sitting around watching The FBI with Ephraim Zimbalist Jr.
No one's named
No one.
Ephraim Zimbalist Jr. anymore.
Ever. No. After the TV show was over, I went and got in bed to read my books like I always did before I went to sleep. Then I heard my father yell, "Charlie, don't!" or "Charlie, stop!" And my mom was just screaming. The last thing I heard was my mom say, "Angela, call the police." Harrowing.
Oh, I thought that was part of the quote.
No.
That was like her dying. That was her
Oh
dying.
my God, no!
Call the police.
It's like Aaron.
Oh, dude.
That's insensitive.
Harrowing.
I thought that was her quote. I was like, what is that noise?
Oh, God. You made me snort. Okay, back to the story. So after this crime happened, the authorities looked into some Florida cold cases that happened around him. That's when they connected Sherry Pershino on her dinghy, and they did close the case and say that it was him. There's not enough evidence to conclusively link him to other cases, but there are other cases that share some similarities. First one being Carol Sullivan, 12 years old, who was murdered in 1978. She was abducted from a school bus stop, and her head was found in a bucket. So they suspect that she was murdered and decapitated, but the rest of her body was never found. So the fact that he liked cutting heads off, I mean, that could very well be one of his victims. He was 21 at the time that happened, and he was living in the same county as her, but they don't have anything else to connect him. Next was Lisa Saunders, 20, in 1988. She was beaten, stabbed, and dragged from her car. Her heart was missing when she was found. The notes that I saw said that it could have been from vultures, but her heart is never located.
Didn't you say somebody's heart was taken out? Was that a different person?
There were two other
It
people.
was his niece, and it was Sherry.
Yeah.
Pershino. Or Perisho. Sorry, I was pronouncing that wrong. So, yeah, that's why they're connecting him, thinking that could very possibly be him also. And another one is Darlene Toller. She was 38 in 1995 when she was murdered. She was found wrapped in blankets and plastic, and she was dumped in a grassy area near a highway. She was missing her head and her heart when she was found, and they were never located. And this was a highway that he was frequently traveling near where he lived. So the missing head and the missing heart seems to be his calling card.
I wonder if he ate them.
I was thinking the same thing.
So honestly, they may never know how many victims he had. He traveled a lot for work as well. But those are just a few of the ones that they highlighted and thought he may possibly be good for.
There was no suicide note or confession or anything like that?
Note.
Nothing?
No. So that's the story of Charlie Brandt.
That guy's fucked. I wonder if he, because it seemed to be women, younger women. I don't know how old the homeless dingy was. The
Call her a homeless
Wasn't she
dingy.
38?
38, I think, yeah.
I guess they're a little older, but if he killed his mother, and he tried to kill his sister, didn't kill her. And then, it sounds like there was that young girl at the bus stop.
I mean, that's not proven, but
no, but
possible.
It could be an MO where he has, and then his niece, his wife, he's got some kind of grudge against
this is just a weird
his mother
case
or
because
women in general.
I really wish we knew more about his early life, but it's the whole nature versus nurture thing. Like, was he just born evil or messed up somehow? Or did something happen that we don't know? Or did he have some rage against women? Or
Yeah,
it's really fascinating and confusing. And
I'd imagine
frustrating.
It's very frustrating that a lot of the times in stuff like this, you go backwards and you can start connecting those dots and be like, oh yeah, this makes sense. But there doesn't sound like there's anything there. Doesn't sound like there's.
But then he also shot his father. So
before that, you know what I mean?
Not even
like
just
he was
women,
what, 13?
Yeah.
So what was going on with him before that he got to that point?
Exactly. And then how did he? Well, did he have a number of years where he just didn't commit any crimes, or was he committing crimes and we didn't know?
More than likely that,
because that would be a long period of time where he.
Well, he spent a year in the psychiatric with seemingly no diagnosis and no other indications that he had anything else.
No.
So they cut him loose, and
he is a mystery.
Speaking of cutting, they didn't dissect his brain after he died, did they?
I would be very curious about that. No, I was thinking that too, that they should have studied it.
Find something pushing on his medulla oblongata.
Because child criminals always fascinated me to begin with. You know, their brain is not fully developed, so maybe they just made a stupid mistake. But then why would he grow up and escalate like he did? The murder of his niece is just I
don't know. That's rough. 13. I mean, he's old enough to. No, 13-year-olds aren't old enough to know. Some of them aren't.
I mean, they're not fully developed until they're in their 20s. Is that what it is?
Yeah.
And also, I'm upset that his father and his sister never told anybody, and so was his wife's family. They were like, "You guys really should have let her know that he did these crimes when he was younger, because she probably wouldn't have married him if she knew. You know, she would not have married a murderer.
Yeah. And who would have made her lunch?
Exactly.
I think in that case, if I knew somebody was marrying somebody that had that past, I would definitely, even if it was anonymously or something.
Yeah.
You have to tip them off.
You would
like,
think.
Hey, this guy tried to kill his whole family.
But then they just keep it a secret. That's messed up. I don't know.
And this wasn't even, this was in the 70s when he's...
In the 50s.
In the 50s. I'll say, I'm sure his sisters could still be alive.
Yeah. So they found out in 2004 that their mom was actually murdered by their brother.
That's crazy.
I know.
How many years later? Oh, by the way.
Wait a minute. I said it was 50s when it happened. No, he was born in the 50s. It was 70s when it happened. 71.
So, I don't know. Our dad was our dad a dad in the 70s? When were you born?
81.
So, yeah, he could potentially be not too much older than Dad. He's still bopping around. Wonder what his other kids did that he's not telling anybody about.
But imagine being Terry's family and finding out later from his sister.
That she
by
knew
the
and
way,
didn't say anything.
yeah.
Not that it was her burden.
I told him to
But-
tell her, and he said that he did.
Yeah, I
But, like-
trusted him to. I told the guy who tried to kill me.
Herbert and Angela never apologized for like keeping the secret. They never.
There might be something running in the family there. They might be a little off. Ooh.
Herbert.
Well, thanks for that awful case. These
I
are getting
know,
like
that's
worse as we.
That's what
as
I
we
bring to the
progress.
table.
Oh man! Now every time I see someone like in a movie or something like hanging, I'm gonna be like, I wonder if they're naked. Why is this? What's this
You
guy
thought
wearing?
he was wrapped in the bed sheets
What?
and around his neck?
No.
What do you picture?
I
don't
assumed
know.
he
Like
hung
a
himself
cocoon?
with the
Yeah,
bedsheet.
kind of like.
What are you? He's gonna pop out with wings and shit.
Oh gosh. Pennywise got him and
Yeah.
Maybe.
Ugh.
Mm-hmm.
So that's Carl Eric Charlie Brandt's story.
So how did you hear about him?
I think I first heard this done by True Crime Garage, and I was fascinated by it, and that was several years ago. And I remember there was a Facebook post that I made one time asking people what their most interesting case or criminal was, and I had listed this one. So I've been interested in it for a while.
I had never, ever heard of it.
That when I first heard the podcast, I remember thinking, how have I never heard this? Because it's insane.
Well, I don't really know where to go from there.
On that note, come back for more. Follow Got the Morbs on Instagram, Facebook, all your favorite podcast apps.
Spotify, Apple.
Those are your favorites.
Leave a
Yeah.
review.
Leave
yeah.
a review. Yeah.
Apple reviews would be nice.
Yeah, we'll-
Spotify doesn't let you, which is not
Yeah.
cool. Not
They
cool,
don't?
Spotify. Nope.
Oh.
Facebook lets you. We have a couple in there. Andrew keeps saying that he left us one, but he didn't.
Andrew.
Andrew
You
has,
don't have to lie,
Andrew has told us twice that he left us a review on Apple, and it's never showed up.
His keyboard's not plugged in. He's just typing to nobody. Andrew,
Andrew.
get on it.
Yeah, send us a message. Tell us cases you'd like to hear covered. Give us some feedback. Let us know what you like. If my cases are getting too gruesome for you, tell me to cool it.
We're just
Cool
kind of
it, man.
floating around out here like, hey, we're just going to keep doing what we want.
We are floating.
Just
We
wait.
all float.
Oh,
Mm.
wait until my episode.
Oh boy. Are you preparing one?
I haven't started, but it's.
I just don't feel like preparing it.
I'll do it. Maybe I'll just make
Oh,
it up.
Fred, that was just for you.
Who?
we're quoting the state again.
Oh,
Yeah.
That's the
shit.
only reason
Yeah,
Fred's going to listen is to see if we do it again.
The green machine.
Bada bing. No, that's not what he says. What does he say? Ba 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 ba.
Oh, yeah.
Well, on that note,
Bye.
bye.
I just don't feel like preparing it. Bye. Thanks for tuning in to
Bye.
Got the Morbs.
So, as we've said before, Aaron and I kept a list of everything that we thought was funny, starting when we were 12-ish. And I'm going to tell you about one of the things on here now. Number 2743.
Oh,
Picture this.
good old 2743.
So we got into this Canadian band called Gob back when we were in high school.
Gob.
And we, I don't know, somehow ended up going to like all of their shows and
You
bothering
don't
them.
remember
and hanging out
how, or
with
you
them.
just don't want to tell everyone how?
No, I don't remember. I
You
just
showed
remember
me the video for Soda because
no.
we got much music.
I'm talking about how we started hanging out.
I
with them.
understand. We saw that they were on Warp Tour, and we were like, these are those guys on Much
Oh,
Music
yes.
with the cool blue mohawk. We never thought we'd get to see them.
You're right.
We went to Warp Tour, and they were playing at the same time as someone else that was big. So there wasn't that many people at Gob stage. We met them after the show. They were really cool. We took pictures with them. And they said they're coming back soon. They're coming back to the Euclid Tavern. And when they came back, I had gotten in touch with their manager, Jay Clark, and he asked if he could send some strings to my house to get to the band for the rest of their tour because, like, how else do you catch a band that's on tour, you know?
Right.
So we had to bring the strings to them. They remembered us from Warped Tour. We became friends. And then Jay just decided that we were perma-listed forever.
Yeah, we could just go to any city
goth
to
show.
see them. And
We would be
list.
on the guest list.
So we would like all hang out after the shows and stuff. And
We were in high school when this first started, and we thought it was the coolest thing because it was. They were awesome. They were never like creepy older guys. We would just hang out. They would have fart machines, and
they're not even that much older than us.
no, they're not. But I just don't want it to seem like because we were high school girls.
Oh,
like,
right. No.
no, it was nothing like that. They were just awesome to us.
Yeah.
And we had so much fun with them.
And, well, we still do.
We do.
With Tom and the others on the internet sometimes. But anyway, so one of the guys in the band, his name was Theo, and he was just really funny. Like everything that came out of
Why are you
his mouth
saying
was funny. Because he's dead.
He is not, and he is still funny. And he's probably still eating bean burritos.
Yeah.
Sorry, I
So
just
this
gave
is
it away.
2743 is a quote from Theo. Bean burrito in, bean burrito out.
And that time was when we took them to the Taco Bell drive-thru after a show.
Yeah.
Theo was in the back seat ordering, and he just kept ordering things. And the lady at the restaurant would be like, okay, is that it? And he'd be like, no, and he just kept ordering, and we were laughing so hard.
And I saw like the next thing said that he was doing it in a funny voice. But
Okay,
I don't remember
probably.
what the voice was.
And then I think that's also the time that we sat out in the parking lot to eat our food, and Craig just took my drink from me and dumped it out because he needed the ice for something. He just reached over, grabbed my drink, dumped it out, and like took my ice. Craig. Thanks for listening to Got the Morbs. Gob.
This has been Got the Morbs, an oddcast. If you enjoy hearing us talk about spooky, weird, gross stuff in a wildly inappropriate manner, please rate, review, and subscribe on whatever platform you use for podcasts. These things don't take much time to do, and they can really help us gain visibility and grow the show. You could also follow us on Instagram at Got the Morbs Oddcast, or over on Facebook at Got the Morbs and Oddcast. Oh, and we also accept topic suggestions and love letters at gotthemorbsoddcast@gmail.com. Thanks, Morbies.